This is called restless leg syndrome. After the burial, we returned to our units and assumed our poses. Our posture was the new posture and not the old sick posture. When we left our stations, it was just to prove we could, not a serious departure or a search for yet another beginning. We were done with all that. We were settled in, as they say, though it might have been otherwise. What a story. After the burial, we returned to our units. And here is where I'm experiencing that leg-kicking syndrome thing. My leg, for no apparent reason, flies around the room kicking stuff. Well, whatever is in the way, like a screen or a watering can. Those are just two examples, and indeed I could give many more. I could construct a catalog of the things it kicks. Perhaps I will do that later. We'll just have to see if it's really wanted. Or I could do a little now and then return to listening later. It kicked the scrimshaw collection, yes it did. It kicked the ocelot, which was rude and uncalled for, and yes, hurtful. It kicked the guacamole right out of its bowl, which made for a grubby and potentially dangerous workplace. I was out testing the new speed bump when it kicked the Viscountess, which she probably deserved, and I was happy, needless to say, not to be a witness. The kicking subsided for a while. Nobody was keeping track of time. At that time, so it was impossible to fill out the forms accurately. Suffice it to say, we remained at our units on constant alert. And then it kicked over the little cow town we had set up for punching and that sort of thing. The covered wagon filled with cover girls. But now it was kicked over and we had a moment of silence. And it was clear to me that many of our minions were getting touchy, and some of them were getting touchier. And then it kicked a particularly treasured stuff box, which legend has it once belonged to somebody named Bob Mackey. So we were understandably saddened and returned to our units rather weary. No one seemed to think I was in the least bit culpable. It was my leg, of course, that was doing the actual kicking, of that I'm almost certain. At any rate, we decided to bury it. After the burial, we returned to our units and assumed our poses. A little bit of time passed, not much, and then John's leg started acting insuspicious. It looked like it wanted to kick the replica of the White House we keep on hand just for such situations as this. And then, sure enough, it did.